There was a lot of excitement last week when St. John's took on St. Thomas here at Clemens Stadium, and also ESPN was here broadcasting on the SportsCenter On the Road show. And you know what? That doesn't happen too often. So this week for our Behind the Scenes series, we caught up with SportsCenter and see what it takes to put on a broadcast right here at Clemens Stadium. The excitement of SportsCenter's broadcast will be one to remember, but before the cameras can roll, producer Jonathan Whyley says they need to check out the surroundings.
So we'll get boots on the ground, go take a look, try to get a sense of what the atmosphere and the environment is like, and then we start to lay a blueprint about how we'll capture that environment.
Camera crews come out first to start collecting footage for the show, and once the bus arrives, the footage is then beamed back to headquarters in Bristol.
It's a week-long process that takes about 20 people on site, and then we have a great team back in Bristol that helps edit and put everything together.
The next 18 hours is all about setting up the lights, the desks, cameras, sounds, and going through a walkthrough with the producer and talent.
We try to have a really good idea of what we're doing before we get into it, and then we sort of never know what we're going to find once we get onto campus. That's a whole other thing.
Whyley then explains what happens once the show starts and goes over the rundown with me.
Right here you'll see the console. This is where the producer sits, and the producer will communicate to talent and back to Bristol and integrate the show. The director will sit here, and what the director will do is this is his switcher. He or she will actually switch the cameras. You'll see here we have up to 8 inputs, which means we can do up to 8 cameras. And depending how the show is scripted, we will just play and punch through all of those.
Then the day of the show, it's lights, camera, and action. Whyley says he enjoys his job, but once the cameras are rolling, there's no safety net.
You cannot just say, stop, I don't want to do this anymore, and bury your head in the sand, because millions of people are watching, and you just have to, if something goes wrong, you just have to on the fly fix it and adjust.
Once the show wraps up, it's time to pack up and off to the next destination to do it all over again with other crazy fans.
The passion to people, the love of the game, the love of this show, and that's exactly why we're here.
Reporting from Collegeville, Alex Swikowski, WJON News.